How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Really good to see you again. Before I dive into the topic of this video, first I have to make an apology. In some recent videos I've been spruiking about how I ran my fastest 5k for the past 5 years at 1921 down there at the Traralgon parkrun in Victoria. Well, that's not entirely correct. While it was my fastest 5k run in a mass participation run, it wasn't my fastest 5k in that 5-year period. You see, I forgot about 2020 when I did a 5k time trial when we were stuck in the middle of the COVID lockdown, when there was no park run, no events. But I ran an 18:59 time trial then. Look, it had just completely slipped my mind, and it wasn't until I went back through some of the old videos that I saw the thumbnail and I went, oh no, I forgot about that one. In my last video, I did make a point of saying that I'm open, honest and transparent about my running. And I really do apologise that I gave you a bum steer on that 5k time trial. But, as you've no doubt gathered by the name of this video, I have run another fast 5k, and ironically, it was my fastest 5k of the past 5 years. Last week at Wynnum Park Run, I ran an official time of 18:56. That's an age grading of 81.16, my second best ever age grading result. So now I can say quite honestly that I have run my fastest 5k in the past 5 years. So that was another surprising result, because I've put together some really high mileage weeks in the past month. I've been between 135 and 150 kilometers for that past month, and was just feeling a little bit tired on the Saturday morning and was really in two minds whether I would have a crack or not. But after the warm-up and a couple of strides, I thought I'll just see how I feel in the first kilometre, and surprisingly enough felt okay. Each kilometre got faster and faster, and when I looked down at my watch, Garmin said 18:59, but the official results from parkrun said 18:56. So I'll take the 18:56, fastest time since 2017. Again, this is just another huge tick for running to the Mafferton method. I haven't done any speed work at all in the last 9-week training block of that UTA 100 preparation. But what has happened is that over the course of the last training block, my pace has got quicker. My heart rate has remained below my maximum aerobic function heart rate level of 130 beats per minute, but my pace has picked up, and I'm going to discuss that more in another video. But this one's all about that 5k time that I did at Wynnum. Despite not having done any speed components in that training block, I just think that my aerobic base has got so strong now that I was able to really maintain a solid pace. And I don't think I've ever run a park run or a 5k where I have been able to run each kilometre faster than the one before. And I'll put the splits up here on screen so you can actually see what I mean. These are off the Garmin, so it's not the actual official time, but each split was quicker. May not have been much, but they were quicker, and that's really pleasing. And again, it just rams home to me that the MAF is really beneficial to my running. And thanks very much too to our good friend Hennie, who supplied some of this vision from Wynnum Park Run. Hennie has his own YouTube channel called Running Stories. I'll leave a link in the descriptions down below. So please go and check out Hennie's channel. Hennie is documenting his parkrun journey. He's got a whole range of videos from all the various park runs that he has done. Now that I'm in my mid-50s, I think about 12 months or so ago, I came up with the idea of wanting to run a sub 20-minute 5k each year of my 50s. Now I had to go back and make sure that I had actually achieved that in my early 50s, and pleasantly surprised, yes I have. The first 5 years of my 50s I have been able to run a sub 25 kilometre. I'm turning 56 in a couple of months, so my whole goal now is to try and maintain a sub 20-minute 5k up until I turn 60. No doubt it's going to get harder, but it's a little challenge that I set myself. And from time to time here on the channel, guys, I'll keep you up to date with how that challenge is going. All right, guys, I'm going to get up on my soapbox now and have a little bit of a grumble about Nike and how they have released the hyped shoe, the Streakfly, here in Australia. They've had 2 releases now. They had the prototype in February, and then just recently they had the new colorway. Both of those sold out within minutes here in Australia. The last release of that new colorway came on at 6 p.m. and the stock was completely gone by 6:02. Now, I didn't get my alert from Nike until 6:40, and what is even more frustrating is that I had a pair in my basket. Then when I went to the checkout to pay for said shoes, it wouldn't accept my payment details, so I had to refresh, start again, and obviously by the time I got back to it, they were all gone. Now, I'm done with getting caught up with this Nike frenzy on new releases. I didn't get caught up in the frenzy of the super shoes when they came out a few years ago, but I just felt that I would like to try these Nike Streakflies. If Nike can't be bothered in having enough supply, then I can't be bothered getting up in their frenzied must have these shoes now marketing ploys. I think what I'm trying to say is it'd be really good if Nike would have enough supply to meet demand. It's just ridiculous that a new release would sell out within 2 minutes. How many shoes must there have been in this release the second time around? I won't get caught again in the frenzy. All I'm asking for is Nike, please give us a fair go on getting a pair of your shoes instead of just drip feeding small quantities online so that you end up with so many disappointed customers like myself. I guess I'm just a little bit disillusioned by the way that they went about it. Look, I completely get their marketing ploy to whip up a frenzy so that these shoes just run out the door on their own. You know, as a runner, I want to try the shoes, I want to run in the shoes, but it's bloody hard to get the stock. So come on Nike, lift your game, make a little bit more stock readily available for us runners to enjoy. And at the end of the day, we're wearing your shoes, we're promoting your brand, so all we're asking for in return is that you supply enough stock to meet the demand. If you are in Australia and you did manage to grab a pair of the Streakflies, let me know in the comments how easy it was to get your pair and what do you think of the shoes. Do they match up to all the hype? And if you're not in Australia, let me know in the comments as well, how readily available were the Streakflies in your country? Alright guys, let's finish this video on a positive note, and I want to share with you a couple of pairs of shoes that I've been running in that I've been really enjoying, and they are the Asics Novablast 2. Now, I did a first impressions video on this shoe a little while ago on the channel, and I said that I would update once I got to 100 mile or 160 kilometers. Well guys, I'm a little bit late to the party because I am well and truly past that number. I think I'm approaching around about 400 kilometers in this shoe now, and it is just a workhorse, workhorse, workhorse. I think I said in that first impressions video, jack of all trades, easy runs, steady runs, medium long runs, speed, tempos. It's just a great all-round daily trainer that I really enjoy running in. Now, I've only been using this shoe for my long runs as part of the UTA 100 preparation, and even with 400 kilometers, look at that outsole guys, it is absolutely showing no wear and tear at all. The upper is still, they even are still pretty clean considering 400 kilometers. I had a lot of comments about this shoe in the first impressions video, how people just absolutely love it. They find it so soft. Well, I don't disagree, I just don't find it as soft as what some people who are commenting have found. Maybe I've just been a little bit spoilt because I've been running in the new Balance Fuelcell Rebel V2s, which is an absolute plushness shoe. I think after running in that shoe and then hopping back into the Novablast, which is a little bit heavier, I don't find it firm. You know, it is soft. So, what did I say, 400 kilometers in this shoe. The first versions that I had of this shoe, 1,000 kilometers in both of them. This will go past 1,000 kilometers quite easily. And while I was mentioning about the Rebels V2s, this is the first pair that I had This shoe has now gone through 700 kilometers. Initially I thought probably not going to go the distance because that outsole was showing some wear and tear after a couple of 100 kilometers, but you know, it is still soft, it is still comfortable to wear, it's still plush to run in, still gives me plenty of support, cushion support for those easy day runs, which I'm now using this pair of shoes for. I do have a second pair of shoes which I do use a little bit more readily for longer runs, but this has just now become my recovery shoe. 700 kilometers and still going great guns. So two shoes which I was able to get quite easily online, unlike the Nike Streakflies, but yeah, I would have no hesitation in running in these shoes again. And I do believe that the Rebel V3s and the Novablast third iteration are coming out really soon, so can't wait to get those on my feet. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Again, apologies for giving you a bum steer on my 5 kilometer time in some recent videos, but I did rectify it, so happy about that. Let me know in the comments below how your running is going, and if you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and please share the video as well. Tell your running buddies about it because that helps the channel to grow. Alright, I'm out of here guys. I've got to go for a run, so until next time, run free, run happy.